on the basis of their merit to grant scholarship.
Can we have your name, please, counsel?
Lordship.
Your name?
Ashok Kumar Panigrahi, Lordship.
Yes.
Yes.
Lordship, initially when the examination was, for the examination, the advertisement and the further process was on.
This is for a scholarship, is it?
For scholarship. It was initially that there are only two parts of the test, that is mental ability test, then there is a scholastic aptitude test. In the scholarship aptitude set, there are two categories. One is language test, the other one is subjective test, that is science, mathematics, and social sciences, irrespective of the, as per the choice of the candidate, whether they are choosing science or social science or mathematics. Lordship, initially it was the issue that the language score will also be considered for the purpose of calculating the total merit of the candidates to judge their performance in the examination.
Language score also.
Language score, that is English. During the process, when the examination is on, there are several complaints received from various corners of the country that the English language, because most of the candidates are from rural background, they are not much conversant with the English, so English should not be made as a deciding factor to deciding the final merit of the candidate. Rather, it should be made qualifying. So this matter was referred to a committee. Committee duly considered the issue and decided that let the English be considered as a qualified, not as a merit deciding factor.
Yes.
But the issue is that this was done when the examination was on. That means the candidates are already applied and they already appeared in the one part of the examination. The other part was to be followed. So during the process, this decision was taken to make the English qualifying. But there are certain candidates, those who have scored very well in English, they made a complaint. So after declaration of the result, he's saying that, look, if our English mark would have been considered, we would have.
Now, where does your candidate client fall?
I'm for the institution, Lordship. I'm not for the candidates. Because the Rajasthan High Court has allowed this petition relying on the judgment of K. Manjushree and this Samarjit, which is on the
Now tell us one thing. Oh, I see. Now, therefore, the committee said that English should be treated as a qualifying mark and not for merit.
Lordship.
Some candidates who had scored high in English said that you can't.
No, they went to read. High Court Rajasthan. The Rajasthan High Court has ruled in their favor, stating that, look, you cannot make this rule during this process because the rule of the examination cannot be changed, relying on the judgment which is under reference, Lordship.
Now, what happened? Were the scholarships given to those then?
No, the problem is, Lordship.
What happened then?
My result was, the result came after my declaration of result.
Then?
I decided the result making English as a qualifying. There are two candidates. The order went in their favor. Let the English be considered to calculate the final result.
How many candidates?
Two petitioners here.
In the High Court, two petitioners.
Before the Rajasthan High Court, Lordship.
So eventually, did they get the scholarship or no?
No, so far, because this order is under stay, Lordship. Because my problem as on date is.
How much is the scholarship?
It is some 1,000, Lordship, per month.
For how many months?
It is, if the candidates are performing well, it will continue till their post-graduation study, completion of their post-graduation.
And who is appearing for them?
Candidates, they have not given appearance, any appearance from there.
Nobody is appearing?
No, there is no candidates.
They would have finished.
They would have finished and lost interest. They must be now.
They lost interest. In fact,
they must be now somewhere in service. Now, should we decide it on this?
Lordship, my problem is that I have to review the entire result.
2017. This
was
entire
result
2013.
There are n number of candidates who has.
This is National Talent Search Examination 2013 or when it was?
Yes, 2013, Lordship.
Advertisement of 2013.
There are n number of beneficiaries who has enjoyed the benefits. And if I recalculate it again on the principle that considering the English language the entire result may be completely changed. So this is the case, Lordship.
The scholarship,
They would have
etc.
finished
Oh yes,
PhD
everything.
and
This order came even after declaration of my result, Lordship.
And you gave the scholarship to those students. There were fixed scholarships, fixed number of scholarships.
There are a fixed number of scholarships. There, I think, 1,000 some odd candidate based on merit. It will be given to entire country.
So those candidates have already ended.
Already,
This
Lord.
now is in question. No
That
question
is why these two candidates lost their interest and they didn't appear, given their appearance before this.
This matter here, I think. We'll
Lord,
set aside the judgment of the High Court, I think. You know?
there is nothing.
We'll say survives. Yes, Haripriya.
The problem is today, the Tej Prakash reference says that Manjushri has not taken into account Subhash Marwaha. So while your lordship has not addressed that issue in
It
this
has not
judgment.
arisen in any case.
Yes,
So
then your
therefore, in the
lordship will just
previous
clarify
order,
Manjushri will hold the field because it's 3 judges and Marwaha has 2 judges. Because when it eventually goes back, we will come back to this dispute whether Manjushri is.
but that anyway held the field, right? Because it's a larger bench.
Holding the field, but the view taken by the reference order in Tej Prakash is that Manjushri was passed without reference to Marwaha. And therefore, Manjushri has to be reconsidered. So today, the problem will arise when matters go before individual benches, whether Manjushri should be followed at all. But it's 3 judges. Marwaha has 2 judges.
And just one more sentence, my lord, like in this example.
But they can release. The earlier judgment is 3 judges, no?
No, 2 judges. Marwaha has 2. Manjushri is 3. Your lordship is right, these issues may not arise in these petitions, but that doubt is now cast.
Because, bro, in Manjushri para 12, in my learned friend's Mr. Bharadwaj's contention, Manjushri says, suppose there is no minimum cutoff, there are 13 people, you are bound to take the 13 best people. So you can't fix the cutoff. So that is what para 12 of Manjushri says. So if Manjushri has been applied in her case, she had a right to get the 13 people, first 13 had a right to get appointed. Now, because they introduced the 75%, people below 75% went off, which is why Tej Prakash
But
says.
you know, then what would happen is that if you are bound to take the 13,
Yes, madam.
even if the 13th has got 40% marks, you are bound to appoint him as a translator.
But that is
That's
subject
that's
to.
a practical difficulty. Absolutely, I understand. But in the future situations may arise where people who have got 74, 73, 72, they won't take the 13 because they say we fixed a cutoff of 75%, which came after the results. So if you strictly apply para 12, factually lordship is right because there was no minimum. So somebody gets 1 mark, 2 mark, 3 marks, they may have to be taken. I understand that. But law.
And if I may
The point
say,
is, where do we
It will arise somewhere.
in a given case? It doesn't arise in these cases
may I
really.
speak
You know.
one more submission or no, in Tej
So
Prakash.
what could be done is when the matter we have now referred to two regular benches.
Yes.
So this could be thrashed out before the same 2-judge bench and let them apply their mind on the facts and overall perspective.